Elon and I had a great relationship.
Facts.
I don't know if we're well anymore, but I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office.
They helped each other. Elon helped President Trump. President Trump helped Elon. They are a great team, man. They're a great team. Y'all need to get this stuff together, man. Quit acting crazy. You two are very successful men. You two are better together. Quit playing. But you know something? Friends and family fight. We fight, man. We have arguments, disagreements. Sometimes it comes down to fisticuffs. If that's what y'all need to do, get in the ring, get the fisticuffs out of the way, and let's get back to making America great again. Elon Musk versus President Donald John Trump. Civil war. Battle of the Titans. You have the richest man in the world versus the most powerful man in the world. I personally have some interesting thoughts about this. You know, like the rest of us who's interested in Elon Musk and Trump and politics and everything that these two have built together, have some theories about this, man. We got a couple of theories, man, and I was thinking about this. I was talking about this with some friends and family. So it's interesting what might develop if some of these theories are right. So we'll see. But I can say this, man. I can say this. These two gentlemen are better together than apart. They're better together solving things and getting things done than being at each other's throat and at war. So the Democrats, I'm sure, is eating this up, but maybe this is a trap. Maybe this is a trap, and I'll explain to you a little bit later. So the Democrats better tread lightly and be careful. This could actually be a trap. We will see. I don't know, but let's get into this story, man. Elon Musk versus President Donald John Trump.
The bromance is over.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly. And some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it. But we have it with others too. They leave and they wake up in the morning and the glamour's gone. The whole world is different and they become hostile. I don't know what it is.
Elon came down with Trump derangement syndrome? The world's richest man has been railing against the big, beautiful bill. Last week, Elon said it can't be big and beautiful. And yesterday, he called it a disgusting abomination, right after Trump had just thrown him a farewell party.
Remember, he was here for a long time. You saw a man who was very happy when he stood behind the Oval desk. And even with the black eye, I said, do you want a little makeup? We'll get you a little makeup. But he said, no, I don't think so, which is interesting and very nice.
What if President Trump dotted his eye, man, and that's the reason why Elon's upset, man?
He wants to be who he is. You were here. Everybody in this room practically was here as we had a wonderful send-off. He said wonderful things about me. You couldn't have nicer. He said the best things. He's worn the hat. Trump was right about everything. And I am right about the great, big, beautiful bill.
Trump just gave Elon a key to the White House at that party. Guess he has to change the locks now. Elon says the bill's debt slavery and wants Republicans to kill the bill. Trump says Elon should have said something earlier.
I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem. And he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate because that's billions and billions of dollars. And it really is unfair. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody. And he never had a problem until right after he left.
This afternoon, Elon called Trump ungrateful.
But Elon also said that that was not true, that he did not read the bill. Who knows? Who knows who's telling the truth there? Maybe Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, was giving false information. I don't know. But Elon says he didn't read the bill. I don't know, man. Elon's been very involved in the Trump administration. I find it hard to believe that he didn't read the bill, but I have to go with what he's saying, man. If he said he didn't read the bill, he didn't read the bill. Maybe President Trump, one of his staffers, told him, hey, Elon Musk has read the bill, and President Trump was misinformed. Who knows? Who knows? But I can say this. This could have been handled in private. Elon, if you have a problem with the bill, which obviously you do, this is where this all stems from. You should have talked in private. You're going to have to understand, President Trump has a country to run. As a matter of fact, he is the leader of the world. There's many world leaders that have said it. This man has a lot on his plate. And I know you're Elon Musk, the most successful businessman I've ever seen. But you have to understand, in politics, sometimes you're going to have to give some to get some. And I haven't fully immersed myself in the whole bill. I did read some stuff, and I know there are some things that almost every American loves, man. You know, no tax on tips and some other tax benefits for people that make under a certain dollar amount. I think it was 200,000 or something like that. I don't remember the numbers. I don't have them in front of me, but this man has not only a country to run, but, seems like he has the world to run.
Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House.
I agree with that.
The Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate.
I agree.
Such ingratitude.
I think that Elon Musk definitely was key to President Trump winning the election, because I think it would have been close, because they had 1.3 billion on Kamala's side for her campaign, and they still lost, right? But that media machine that they have over there, is crazy. And these people have been lying to people for so long, they've mastered it. So they've created all these false things about President Trump. I mean, it's to me, it's crazy now that I am immersed in this world, that I see how often they lie about things. And I'm talking about the Democrats and legacy media. The Democratic leadership and legacy media, they're in cahoots, man.
Trump says he still would have won.
Elon endorsed me very strongly. He actually went up and campaigned for me. I think I would have won. Susie would say I would have won Pennsylvania easily anyway, even if the governor ran, the real governor, not the governor from Minnesota, he's a sick puppy, that guy. That poor guy, I feel sorry for him. But they made a bad choice with him. But if you pick Shapiro or anybody else, I would have won Pennsylvania. I won it by a lot.
Trump?
I think what probably sealed the deal for President Trump, it actually turned a lot of people who were on the fence, or Democrats, or people who were not particularly either one, like myself. I just want good people running this country. That's what I want. What's in the best benefit of American citizens. But I think what happened in Pennsylvania when President Trump, when they tried to unalive him, I think that was the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people, because it appears to us that the other party might have a hand in it. Okay, that's what a lot of people think. I'm going to say the quiet part out loud. A lot of people think that the Democrats had something to do with that. Now, of course, that's conjecture, but plenty of us feel that way. But would President Trump have won the election without Elon Musk? I don't know. I think it would have been much closer. Elon Musk's endorsement definitely helps, because this man is rapid firing when he posts on X. He bought X, so now X was able to bring Donald Trump's X account back. So I think Elon Musk was definitely a key player, man. He definitely was a key player in helping President Trump become number 47. So let's get back to it.
Knocked Biden out, got shot, jumped back up, put on a McDonald's apron, and swept the swing states. He never trailed. Obviously, Elon's money made a big impact.
Sure.
But if money won elections, then Kamala would be commander-in-chief, because she spent twice as much. You can't buy an election. If you could, Musk could have won that Supreme Court seat in Wisconsin.
That's true.
But Musk says Trump's just not the...
So what he's talking about, if you remember, that was an important election in Wisconsin, man. And Elon Musk had poured a lot of money into that, man. He was offering people millions of dollars. He actually went there and spoke. I thought he did great in speaking over there. And I thought that the Republican Party was going to win in Wisconsin, and it didn't happen. So I understand. I understand what he's saying here. If what Elon Musk is saying is true, then, he would have succeeded in Wisconsin, and he didn't.
Same guy. He's asking, was he replaced by a body double? Musk also says, and some food for thought as they ponder this question. Trump has 3.5 years left as president, but I'll be around for 40 plus years. Elon's basically threatening the primary Republicans who vote for this big, beautiful bill.
Sounds like it.
And insinuates he'll be around for decades playing kingmaker. But Trump says he's the president, and Elon overstayed his welcome. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do. And he just went crazy. Remember, the president said he couldn't get rid of him.
He likes this place. I can't get him out of here. He just likes this place. And you know what? I like having him here, too. He's good.
Trump let Elon move into Mar-a-Lago, hired him at the White House, flew him around Air Force One, and took him to UFC fights. And then there was this. At 3 o'clock this afternoon, Elon says, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. This is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out, he says. Elon's calling the president a pedophile. Wow. I don't think Musk's seen the Epstein files, and if Trump was in them, Biden probably would have released him.
Facts.
And everybody knows Trump kicked Epstein out of his clubs and cooperated with the victims' attorneys. But the silver lining is that now Democrats are demanding the release of the Epstein files. Fang Fang's Flame says, release the Epstein files now.
See, that's the trap I was talking about. What if this was something that these two orchestrated together, both Elon and Trump's? Like, we're going to go ahead and have a public spat, right? We're gonna say some things about each other, and we're gonna create this big civil war. And then you're gonna drop that bomb about the Epstein file, because the Epstein file is something that people have been interested in for many, many years, man. And the fact that they haven't released them makes us even more curious, like who is on this list and what information do you have on these various people that you're not releasing? So it makes us, we surmise that there's got to be some very powerful and important people in there in the Epstein files and all of the investigation that you're doing, and they must be doing some nefarious things. This is what we have come up with as the public. So now we're more curious. So we have Elon Musk who drops this bomb, and you have the Democrats saying, oh yeah, we need to see the file. We need to see the Epstein file. Maybe this is what they wanted. And I'm just thinking out loud here, because I've talked to some people. And if there's so much public pressure for this, and if there's pressure from both Republicans and Democrats to drop the Epstein file, President Trump is going to be like, hey, I have no choice but to drop the Epstein file. Here you go. Maybe this is what they wanted to do the whole time. Take a look. Because from what I've seen, President Trump has been very open about his dealings with Epstein, and has been nothing nefarious about it. Nothing. And from what I understand, like he had mentioned, he was very cooperative during the case against Epstein. He was cooperative for the victims and stuff like that. And if they had anything damaging on President Trump and the relationship with Epstein, the Democrats would have been all over it, because guess what? They tried to throw him in jail over real estate dealings. You don't think they would have got him with Epstein? This thing is it's such a big case and a big situation. Epstein unalive. So now it looks as if he didn't unalive himself, that there are some other deeper, sinister things in play here. People don't want to be outed. These are the things that we surmise. So maybe this was part of the plan the whole time. Get so much public pressure and political pressure that they have no choice but to show us the Epstein file. Maybe I'm reaching, man. I don't know. Who knows? We're going to find out.
Now, if you think it stopped, nope, it's still going. The easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Remember, the media said Trump was elected because of Musk, and Trump was paying him back by letting him get rich off government. Well, that was a lie, because
Facts.
Trump just killed the EV subsidies. The Wall Street Journal is saying Elon's mad that he lost the subsidies, but who knows? He claims it's spending that has to stop. We don't know. They also said Musk was co-president. They were wrong again.
Facts.
Tesla stock tanking because of this feud. Elon responded immediately saying, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Elon's taking his rockets and he's going home. Remember the hot red Tesla Musk gave Trump? Miller might torch it. Margot's going to have to Uber. And all those Republicans who bought Teslas to support Elon, do they key their own cars now? This is getting messy. But don't worry, Trump got big balls in the divorce. The 21-year-old Dozier is staying on. And
Good.
now Elon thinks Trump should be impeached.
That's crazy.
He wants to Doge Trump. And he says the Trump tariffs will cause a recession. This is not how I thought today would go.
Me neither.
None of this is about Elon, Trump says. Quote, I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress. I didn't create this mess. I'm just here to fix it. This big,
Facts.
beautiful bill is the centerpiece of the Trump agenda. Tax relief, no tax on tips, pay raises for soldiers, and military spending on ships and jets. Border wall funding, very important.
Yes.
And ICE funding for mass deportations and money for drill, baby, drill. Trump ran on this and won on this. He didn't run on balancing the budget. He wants to, but this isn't a spending bill. He has 4 years to reduce the deficit. Yeah, there's probably a lot of pork in it, but hopefully the Senate strips it out and the House can do its duty and spend less and lock in the Doge cuts. But that's going to be tough knowing Congress.
You heard it, man. Those are the things that I've seen that are positive about the big, beautiful bill. I'm an Elon Musk fan. I've said it many times. He's my favorite African American, 100%. President Trump is my favorite president of all time. Two GOATs, man, going at it. Two legendary guys going at it. I think that they could have handled this thing behind closed doors, and it should have been handled behind closed doors, because look at all the great things these two were able to accomplish being a team. Now, if it's true that Elon got upset because he, was asked to leave the White House or whatever, who knows, man? Your plate is full anyway, brother. I would much rather just be a consultant, because you see what the crazy Democrats was doing to your companies, man, because you teamed up with Trump and Trump was doing the right thing for the country. And then they act like that towards you, which is ridiculous. So, Elon, it seems as if you and Trump need to patch this up, call each other behind closed doors. I don't know, come out and say, oh, we was just kidding, unless this was all planned anyway and this is going according to plan, then I say brilliant, because everybody wants to see the Epstein files anyway. President Trump is not being impeached anyway. So, maybe this is all orchestrated. Who knows, man? We're going to find out. But let's go to this second clip. They're talking about the red Tesla that President Trump bought, so on and so forth. So let's take a look, man.
President Trump and Elon Musk at odds on a number of issues, from the big, beautiful bill to subsidies for electric vehicles, and their disagreements spilling over into the public.
And possibly who runs NASA is a big deal, too. So could a big, beautiful truce be in the works, or will that divide deepen?
Peter Ducey is live at the White House with the details. Peter?
And we have so much more to report about this just since we talked in the last hour. So when you walk to the broadcasting tents here on the north side, you see West Executive Drive. That's the driveway between the White House and the old executive office building. There is a Tesla there that President Trump bought during a Tesla demo on the South Lawn a few months ago to try to help Elon Musk's business while it was being vandalized. We're told that that Tesla, still sitting there, the red Tesla with Florida tags, is either going to be given away or sold off. And we are told that it was about a month that Elon Musk was wearing thin on Trump. So this was not a sudden exit and then blow up. There was about a month that he was wearing thin, the president's word. Something else, there was some reporting today about the possibility of a Trump and Elon Musk phone call to make nice. Aides are telling me that is not something they are tracking. It's possible that some staffers might try to talk to Musk, but no Trump and Musk call, at least not that we know about. We did hear from the president yesterday, and he didn't sound mad, but he sounded disappointed.
Elon and I had a great relationship.
Facts.
I don't know if we will anymore, but I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. And I'll be honest, I think he misses the place. I think he got out there and all of a sudden he wasn't in this beautiful Oval Office.
They helped each other. Elon helped President Trump. President Trump helped Elon. They are a great team, man. They're a great team. Y'all need to get this stuff together, man. Quit acting crazy. You two are very successful men. You two are better together. Quit playing. But you know something? Friends and family fight. We fight, man. We have arguments, disagreements. Sometimes it comes down to fisticuffs. If that's what y'all need to do, get in the ring, get the fisticuffs out of the way, and let's get back to making America great again.
Lowest blows yesterday came from Elon. He said, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. And then he wrote, time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the reason they have not been made
unless
public.
It was planned.
Have a nice day, DJT. The president, of course, said that Musk had been wearing thin, and he was asked to leave. And the president offered up the idea that the fastest way to save money would be to cancel Musk's government contracts. Musk then wrote, in light of the president's statement about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. But he later said, okay, we won't decommission Dragon.
Cooler heads
Trump
prevail.
really seems as close to AIDS as he did for a time to Elon Musk, and we asked about that at the start of his term.
Cooler heads prevail. Remember that. You guys are two very successful people, and your egos are probably out of this world. But like I said, you've accomplished some great things together. Let's get it back, man. Unless this is part of the plan. I keep coming back to that. Maybe this is part of the whole plan that they wanted to drop them damn Epstein files so people could see it because of the public pressure. The now Democrats are like, oh, what's in those files? Man, y'all might not be happy to find out what's in them files, man, because I'm sure there's nothing nefarious about President Trump in the files, but it might be a lot of Democrats in there doing some freaky deaky. They might be doing some puff level stuff. I don't know. There's a reason why those files haven't been released, man. And from what I understand, the files keep growing and growing and growing because the investigation never stopped, from what I understand.
At the end of the day, Elon Musk said today, I love Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another man. What does the First Lady think about that?
Oh, I think she'll be okay with it somehow.
So this was a sensational back and forth on the platform Elon Musk owns yesterday, but there were signs of strain for the last week or so in public. Elon Musk blew up in the Oval Office during his send-off when I tried to ask him about this big New York Times report that alleged he was blurring the lines between medical use of drugs and recreational use of drugs, and we still don't have any real clarity about that. Back to you.
This is what Caroline Levitt said. Elon can speak for his companies as a businessman, but President Trump has the responsibility to fight for our country. Ted Cruz was on last night. He said it's unfortunate. They're both extraordinary men. He said Elon's an incredible business leader and businessman, and Trump's phenomenal. Works daily, pulling this country back from the abyss. He said they're both great leaders. When they were together, they were better for the country. And
Facts.
Elon was right. He said we need to make the bill better. We need to make more cuts. And he said in the Senate, they will definitely be doing that.
They're still together. This is just a fight. Grown men fight. we don't get to see it publicly sometimes. Yeah, they should have handled this behind closed doors.
Facts.
But there's just no alternative. What is Elon going to do? Go become a Democrat? Going to start a third party? That's not going to happen. He is our George Soros, and Donald Trump is the right Barack Obama. And the
Facts.
president has a role. He has to get things passed. He has to bring the coalition together. He has to worry about the Senate
Yes,
as well
compromise.
as Congress, and has to keep the tent together, whereas Elon can put pressure from his standpoint of saying, I want this in the bill, but he doesn't have the responsibility of making sure it gets passed.
That's true, man. Bottom line, these guys are better together. And there's a lot of people out here that believe that this possibly was orchestrated by these two so they can go ahead and get this there Jeffrey Epstein file and all the information, everything out in the open because of public pressure and political pressure. And if that's the case, it's genius.